Happy Yarnie Yule! Hi everyone, it's Kim from Affordably Crafty, and on today's edition of Yarnie Yule, Day 9, we are going to use some of these Yarnology plastic canvas, 3-inch circles that look like this. And these come in a 10-pack. So the price per project, because we're going to be using this and scrap yarn, works out to be like 16. Hold on a second. It works out to be about 16 cents per project. So that's pretty awesome. So this channel is all about stretching your craft dollar and learning how to be affordably crafty. If that is something you'd like to learn more about through my tips, tricks, DIYs, deal alerts, and yarny goodness, please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any deal alerts I post, and share this video so other people can learn how to stretch their craft dollar. So for today, what we need is this round plastic canvas and your yarn scrap bin. Now I have my holiday bigger pieces of yarn scraps that I had put aside in this pretzel container to use this month for our Yarnie Yule projects. So what I am going to do is I am going to pick out some yarn out of here. Now, important, if you have these plastic tapestry needles, they don't fit through this, because if you see down here, the holes get very small here, and this head doesn't fit through there. You're going to need one that's metal like this. So I'll show you the difference in size. 1 second. So if you can see, there is a pretty significant difference in size here as far as thickness and how big it is. So you're going to need one that's metal. And I don't even know if technically this is a tapestry needle or a craft needle, because I've had it for a long time, but you know what I'm talking about. Make sure it fits through here. I am not going to be using a pattern for this. I'm going to be freehanding. So I am going to show you basically how I went about doing it. And first thing I'm going to do is pick some yarn out. So I think I'm going to go with, I think I'll go with some red to start. So I'm going to go with one of these bigger 4 weights down here. I don't have a lot of this one left, so I'm going to go with this one first. Now this, it feels like it's not Super Saver, but I'm sure it's some other value brand. And I am going to find the end and start unwrapping. Oh, please, can I find the end? There it is. Found the end, and I'm going to start unwrapping. And I am just going to take, honestly, it's going to be faster. Don't take more than an arm's length. So when you hold your arm up like this, don't take more than from the top of your hand to your lap. I know it seems like the more yarn you grab off of here, it's going to be faster. It's not, because you're going to end up pulling more than once and it's going to be slower. So what I do is I just measure from my lap to my arm straightened out, and I cut there. If you're going to be working on a table, measure from the table to where your arm goes all the way up. It's going to make it a lot faster for you. Now I'm going to put about 3 knots in the end of this because some of the plastic holes are bigger. So just put 3 knots on top of each other on the end. You don't want it to slip through, that would be awful. So I'm going to put 3 knots in. And then I'm going to thread the needle, and I will be right back. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so you're going to thread it through like this. You do not want to double up all the way down on this. I'll explain when I start making it why you don't want to double up. There's a really practical reason. So you just want to leave a long enough tail on the end that it's not going to pull off. And I am going to reposition the camera, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to figure out what do I want to make on this canvas. Keep in mind that it's round. and how big it is. And you want to make sure that you kind of leave enough room to put a background, because that's really going to make your project pop. So just for ease of tutorial, I am going to make a present on here. So what you're going to do is, first tip, don't put this knot right near the edge, because it's going to kind of hang out on the side and be not so pretty. So I am going to go right near the middle, right into the middle, and pull that through. Now when you have this plastic canvas, there's a side that has a bigger hole on it, and there's a side that's more flat. I like to have the side that's flatter be the front. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna start going, I'm gonna figure out where my square is gonna be. So it's gonna be like, just guesstimate here. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna start, I don't know, sewing, embroidering, whatever. And your goal is to cover up all these white pieces. Now, obviously you can't go in and out of the same hole. So the reason why I said don't double up your yarn is because sometimes you're gonna have to go through the same hole 4 times in order to cover up all of these plastic things in between. So there's no rhyme or reason to this. You just wanna stay within the boundaries of the thing you're making. So since this is a present and it's kind of a simple shape, I'm just gonna start from the inside and start going along. If you have something more complicated like a Santa hat, I would say start with your outline first and then do the inside. That way you'll know where you're going to be sewing, embroidering, whatever. So as you see here, I'm trying to make these middle lines go bye-byes. So I've gone now into this one 3 times. It's getting a little hard to pull it through. So see, there's still some lines. I'm going to keep going across to get rid of all of these little lines or little pieces of white, because that is cockapoos. You don't want that. So now I'm going to go into this one and go across to here. And you see there how now there's no white in between there? So I am going to keep working on this present, making it a square, and I'll be back. Hey guys, so like I said, you don't just have to make something simple like a square. I actually found a really good usage for this Crafter's Square sparkle yarn that's from the Dollar Tree. Looks like this. It comes in 2 different blue hues, 3 pinks, and then this white. I'm actually going to be picking up more of this white the next time I'm at the Dollar Tree if they have it, which generally they have this, because I feel like people don't really know what to do with this sparkle stuff. But I found an awesome use for it. It looks amazing as snow or snowballs or like fur. So what I did is, this is the one I made before that's a little bit more complicated, just to figure out how I'm going to do it. And again, this is freehand done on this round plastic canvas, and I'm pretty proud of how this came out. I did a Santa hat. So as you can see, I used red scrap yarn here, and then I used the green, this one, the green Premier yarn, just yarn from Dollar Tree. And then this, ladies and gents, is how the sparkle yarn looks on this hat. Does that not look like Super Santa? And it's got that little sparkle in it. Oh, I definitely can see myself using this in more crafting projects for the holidays, or even for our Winter Wonderland that's gonna come up in January. So yeah, I love seasonally crafting. I am a big fan of that. I find it very inspirational. I like to change out my seasonal decor at home. So yeah, this is how the Santa hat came out. And this one I did do an outline. Let me get something to point with. It's not my finger. So on this one I did do the outline first. So I basically did this piece first that came across here and went around. And then I did the outline. Oh no, sorry, I did this one. Then I did the ball on the end of the hat, and then I figured out the outline of the hat and filled this in and this in and this in. And then I just chose the background color. You'll notice if I did it the whole way, it kind of wouldn't pop as much. And the other important thing that I did to finish it off is I went around the side. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Maybe down there better. So I went around the side of the canvas so that you're not seeing like that white nastiness on the side. So after I finished this, I decided that I wanted to go around the side to make it look more finished. And so that's what I did. I just went back around, followed the pattern of where the yarn was, and went around the outside. And again, once I finished this, I had to look and see, do I see the white anywhere? And then I went back in and did touch-ups. So that's how this looks. I am not sure if I want to make this an ornament, or if I want to do a series of several of them and make like some kind of a wall hanging. I'm not really sure yet and haven't decided. But yeah, so you can really, the sky's the limit on creativity with this. You could change it up for different holidays. I really like the fact that this is a $19 a piece project. You get 10 in one pack. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And again, like, subscribe, share the video. All right, I'll see you tomorrow on Yarnie Yule Summer Edition. Bye-bye.